The new channel. The new channel. Hashtag TNC now.
The views, opinions, and insights expressed in the following shows are those of the host, producers, guests, and viewers. They do not necessarily reflect the position of the channel. Viewer discretion is advised.
Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to the first ever Like Father, Like Son. And this is a very special one. It's been a long time coming, and we're very happy to finally share this very special show with everyone. And this won't be the last. You know why? Because here at the new channel, we will make sure that honoring these super figures will become part of our norm. And what better way to celebrate this show than to have one of the super dads over at the new channel co-host this special day with me. He is the host of TNC's Realty Realities and a proud dad to his 3 kids and an even prouder husband to his lovely wife. Ladies and gents, let's all welcome King Gonzalez.
Hey,
Hi,
Ann. Hi there. Hi there. Ikaw naman, ma-mention naman na I'm part of the Super Dad.
Oh,
And
syempre naman.
well, thank you. Thank you for that compliment. But when I read the profiles of these dads who we are featuring today, I said, idol. Idol ko sila. Kasi it's not just that they're award winning and they've achieved in different fields that they are in, but they're also super dads. Kaya ang galing, nabalanse nila yung pagiging magaling sa trabaho at magaling na tatay.
Exactly. And, I feel very happy. I feel very emotional because, in our culture, in the Philippine culture, we've always been very big and heavy on promoting our moms or putting them on a pedestal. And it's very rare to see shows that talagang give the spotlight to the dads, to the father figures out there. And special shout out, of course, to my dad, Ferdy. I hope you're watching. I know you're watching. And this one's for you. So, King,
Di syempre,
before...
hindi naman ako
Yeah.
papahuli. Hello
Ah,
also to my dad, Benny. Well, I'm not sure. He's already turning 80, so... Oh, yeah. You should be watching. It's afternoon, by the way, there. So, yeah, hello, Dad.
hello. Ayan. Thank you so much to all of our viewers for today. By the way, wherever you are, wherever you're watching, Like Father, Like Son, I hope you're also able to watch it with your father or your father figures, or if not, please do share this live stream with everyone that you know, because today will be nothing short of inspirational. All right,
Yep,
so
that's
King,
right. Yes.
before we introduce our dynamic duos for today, I would like to invite everyone to please stand in attention because we are going to prepare to sing our national anthem. So, to lead us into the singing of our national anthem is a theater actor, a TV commercial artist, a Kumu live streamer, and a resident TNC Jam at Home singer. In honor and love for our country, let us all stand, place our right palm above our chest, as Alfred's Blanche leads us into the singing of the Philippine national anthem.
Bayang magiliw, perlas ng silanganan, alab ng puso, sa dibdib mo'y buhay. Lupang hinirang, duyan ka ng magiting, sa manlulupig. Di ka pasisiil sa dagat at bundok, sa simoy at sa langit mong bughaw. May dilag ang tula at awit sa paglayang minamahal. Ang kislap ng watawat mo'y tagumpay na nagniningning. Ang bituin at araw niyang kailan pa may di magdidilim. Lupa ng araw ng luwalhatit pagsinta, buhay ay langit sa piling mo. Aming ligaya ng pagmay mga api, ang mamatay ng dahil sa'yo.
Thank you, Alfreds. And now I would like to invite everyone to please honor the silence as we prepare to get into prayer. One of the new things that we have been observing and has been observed continuously here at TNC is the way we offer all our events to the one who gifted them to us. On that note, here to lead us with an opening prayer is not just a proud son of his father, but a proud son of God, the Almighty Father. Please welcome host for Breakfast with the King on the new channel, Mr. Carlo Davila.
Rise in the presence of the Lord and pray. Lord God, I lift up to you today. This is a very special event, an online event by TNC. This event is for the purpose of honoring fathers. And our guests, they are a mix of father and son. This event would be an opportunity for the sons to honor and show their love for their fathers. We honor fathers today all over the world and in the Philippines, of course. We honor them for their devotion to their family, for taking the lead, for their provision, both financially, physically, and spiritually. We pray, O Lord, that you bless everything that these fathers do, the work that they do for their families, so that they will be able to provide, they will be able to grow their family good in life and in you. So, Lord, we honor you as our Father, as we honor these earthly fathers. We pray this prayer in Jesus' mighty name. Amen.
Thank you very much, Mr. Carlo Davila. So, King, ayan, I feel very ready now that we've prayed. And how are you feeling today, by the way? Where are you?
Oh, yeah. Oh, well, it's cold here. I'm here in British Columbia.
I think we're having some trouble with the audio of King, but ayan, take a guess, everyone, kung hindi yun narinig. It's cold kung nasaan si King ngayon, and I think baliktad ang oras, yeah. But yeah, take a wild guess kung nasaan si King. Definitely not in the US, but near the US. So anyway, ladies and gentlemen, so today, as I've mentioned, is a very special day because we are going to present to you some dynamic stories of to honor, our mom's partners in raising awesome future superheroes. And if you're familiar with Global Women Who Rule, this is actually one of the best after, post event follow ups. It's not the same as GWWR because today we are honoring our fathers, our papa, our daddy, our tatay, our itais, our father figures in our lives. And guess what? The ideator of this show is no less than the ideator of GWWR herself. Apple Isplana Manansala is the co-owner and vice president of Puzzlebox BPO Incorporated, which is a decade-old 24/7 operating BPO offering digital and intelligent outsourcing solutions. Now, she has been in marketing and business development for more than 20 years now. and has worked for companies in the Philippines, Asia, and the US. At the same time, Apple sits as the president and chief executive producer of the new channel Media Corporation, a new media publication which was launched during the global pandemic. And I am very happy to be a part of that, of course. TNC has shows being streamed all over Asia and the US, aside from the Philippines. In Apple's pursuit to use the and respect hashtag digital for good, she created an empowered community called Global Women Who Rule. So GWWR, if you've seen it, thank you very much. Now you're here at Like Father, Like Son. Now, Apple developed family and relationship guided online shows and concepts such as this one, Me and My Mom, and Like Father, Like Son. A graduate of fine arts and major in advertising, a certified digital leader and MSME Hero awardee, Apple's passion and commitment to her work is only surpassed by her love and dedication for her family. A woman, a mom, a wife, a team player, a hashtag digital for good advocate, a responsible Filipino, and a proud forever Papa's girl. Let's all welcome Miss Apple Esplana Manansala.
Good day to all of you watching this launch today. In the last year, we at TNC have been releasing new stories and new online events left and right. This one, which highlights the head of our families, has been in the pipeline, just like what Ange said, for the last 2 years. We always wanted to bring this to life, but we have been waiting for the right time. One of the days after the last hashtag MeMom 2023, I just woke up tired and grateful and ever faithful to the Lord. From then, I realized that now, this year, is already that right time. We had first base by launching Me and My Outstanding Mother in 2021. 3 years after, on to our goal of becoming a platform for all things new, we are giving birth to this new online event concept that is least to many people's imagination, like Father, like Son, came to life. The big question, like what Ange and King, who is joining us all the way from the cold weather of Canada, the big question is, what is this all about? Aside from it being a post-Father's Day celebration, Like Father, Like Son aims to show another different way of storytelling. We will tell stories about fatherhood and their influence from the perspective and first-hand experience of their children. Honestly speaking, it was hard enough to encourage young women to share their stories about their moms through hashtag MeMom. Needless to say, it was even more challenging towards young men. However, it's true what they say that when it's meant to happen, the heaven will open doors and even windows and will allow movement of mountains to make all things impossible possible. And that is why we are here launching a brand new event on TNC. As I said earlier, it is already the right time. The preparation to this event started after Me and Mom 2023. So that was just a month ago. With about more than half the time, I was out traveling to different places representing TNC and working doubly hard for its growth. In between those travels, I am able to realize many things about how to further what we already have. Doing this new concept on TNC allows us to fully embrace our authority in creating something that is dynamic, something that is never been done, something that is new, something that is challenging, but also equally, if not more rewarding. Fast forward to today, we are launching something that marries a concept that has been acknowledged and growing in the hearts of moms for years. Now is the time for the dads to be engaged too. Plus, today, we are also launching TNC as a growth channel that allows each one of us to see, share, and experience new things that will better us through the online stories that we are creating and publishing, and also promotes the use of hashtag digital for good. You guys may be curious, how am I with my own father? If not my story, if my story has anything to do with this concept. Okay, let me share a bit about it. If I am to put my story or my relationship with my own father into music, it would be through the lyrics of this song, but in two phases. First, this when we were still always together. When you wake up each morning and you feel like calling, I'll be there for you. When the road seems uncertain and you can't stop the hurting, I'll be there for you. Second and last, now that he spends Father's Day in heaven, it is already this. When the stars Sorry about that. Second and last, now that he spends Father's Day in heaven, it is already this. Maybe my father didn't want me to cry. That's why that glitch happened. And everyone, to the 850 people who's watching us live, that's my husband who you saw. Second and last, now that my father spends Father's Day in heaven, it is already this. When the stars won't shine anymore, I'll still be there. My papa, how I call him, did not live long enough to be here with me and witness the many things that I'm doing these days. He did not even meet my son, Andre. But I'm still glad and grateful because I know and I feel his presence in the many things that I do, and he still guides me from heaven. Kaya nga ako malakas kay Lord because he's there to lawyer me. Kidding aside, I know that he is the proudest, knowing that this one we are launching today are for fathers like him who are so deserving of the honor coming from us, their children. Moving on, because many people talk about it, I asked ChatGPT about a few things, and I'm glad to share with you some data which I gathered through it. I was curious to know, what does a father mean to many? Data says the meaning of father can be different from people as it circles on cultural differences and our societal expectations. However, at its core, fatherhood represents a significant relationship between a man and his children, characterized by love, support, and a commitment to their well-being and growth. Fact checked. In my generation, we often say, I want to be like my father. So I'm sure some of the viewers can relate to that. So I ask again ChatGPT why sons want to become their fathers these days. And this is what data has to say. Sons aspires to become their fathers, like their fathers, because fathers serve as examples of masculinity, responsibility, work ethics, and character, which sons admire and want to embody. Sons see their fathers as accomplished individuals, whether in their careers, relationships, or personal lives, and they want to achieve the same success. They may believe that following in their father's footsteps, they can attain a similar level of happiness, satisfaction, and achievement. True. Of the many things that ChatGPT shared to me about fathers versus sons, sons wanting to be like their fathers, or vice versa, this data tops it all. It's important to note that while many sons seek to become like their fathers, each individual has their own unique aspirations and has unique characteristics or will also develop their own distinct from their fathers. Sons may draw inspiration from their fathers while also incorporating their own experiences, interests, and values to shape their individuality. Thanks, ChatGPT, for the save. Anyway, our fathers contribute to our emotional, social, and cognitive development as their children. And they provide us with support, guidance, and love throughout their lives. What happens when they're already gone gauges the kind of person we have become as they have prepared us to be. So while they are here, while they can still while we can still talk to them, while they can still listen to us, never forget to be ever grateful and make them feel that just like how they love us, they are loved back the same way. And this is one of the reasons why I'm very grateful to the 8 sons today who will share their fathers to all of us, literally and figuratively speaking, through their stories. On behalf of Ange, King, and all the hard-thinking and working men and women of TNC in front and behind the camera, I am honored to present and share to all of you our newest masterpiece, Like Father, Like Son. In the next 2 hours, we are going to listen to 8 transformational stories from 8 sons in honor of their mom's partners in raising them, the future generation's superheroes. I am sure you guys are just as excited as I am to get to know these fathers who are indeed special and has played a significant role in the lives of their sons, their children, and their families. May their stories enlighten all of us to be ever grateful. To all of you who are watching and listening, thank you for allowing us to share what we think we all need through TNC. I will reserve my other words, raves, and reviews for later. In the meantime, as we continue to do good, let's all sit back, relax, and enjoy this newest TNC concept as we made it just for you.
There you have it. Thank you so much, Miss A. And we're back, King.
Hi, hi. Well, sa dinami-dami na sinabi ni Miss A, I think there's one thing that stuck to me, no. And I'm sorry for ChatGPT because ChatGPT, well, you've been a help to Miss A and to the many, but something that he or she cannot do is to feel the love that these 8 fathers have given their sons, and vice versa, the love that sons have given their dads. Siguro hindi na ako ayoko na sanang patagalin kasi na-excite ako dun sa 8 dads and their sons eh.
Actually,
And
ako din eh. Yeah, me too, because I've read through their profiles and the same way that you did, King. And I just want to, take off from what Miss A said. I'm so glad that she didn't cry because it's going to talagang destroy my emotions today. I was really gearing up. I have some tissue over here. I'm prepared. But, someone up there must have said that, no, my daughter, you're not going to cry today because this is a celebration of these really wonderful men in our lives. And hindi ko na patatagalin, King. All
Yeah,
right?
tsaka baka ito yung pagkakataon para yung mga lalaki naman ang umiyak.
Why not?
Why
Why
not?
not?
Why
Why
not?
not? Why not? It's everyone is free to cry. It's, everyone needs a good cry sometimes. And
Yeah.
I'm sure throughout this show I will break that in. But yeah, anyway, King, eto na. Hindi ko na
Sige.
patatagalin.
Sige.
I will introduce our first dynamic duo. RD Roberto is an award winning entrepreneur, speaker, and a best selling author of 10 books, including bestsellers like Ang Pera na Hindi Bitin, Real Men Are Pogi, and The Happy Entrepreneur. RD was voted Most Inspiring Entrepreneur of the Philippines by Microsoft and Entrepreneur Magazine. He has co founded 7 businesses, including the award winning learning events and training outfits, Salt and Light Ventures, and Inspire Leadership Consultancy. RD enjoys teaching and mentoring aspiring authors and writers through this brainchild. Project author and volunteering as an angelpreneur or kapatid mentor for Go Negosyo, traveling the Philippines mentoring aspiring entrepreneurs. RD graduated from and attended programs at the Ateneo de Manila University, Sophia University, Tokyo, Asian Institute of Management, Stanford University in California, the Mount Carmel School of Ministry in Haifa, Israel, and the Haggai Leadership Institute in Maui, Hawaii. RD was once a widower but is now joyfully married to Miriam Piambao Roberto. With him today is his lovely son, Josh Roberto, which is the eldest son of RD and Miriam. He is an incoming grade 10 student, and Josh has already expressed interest in becoming a surgeon, but also has displayed gifts in vlogging, video editing, and podcasting. He is an avid Valorant player with his friends, played volleyball, plays on the church basketball team, and is a doting kuya to his 2 younger brothers, Elijah, who is 4, and Zicky, who is 2. Ladies and gentlemen, to kick off this event, please welcome RD and Josh Roberto.
And when I think of who has guided me through that, aside from my mom, God, and everyone around me, I think who has impacted my life the most. And I think of my dad, because my dad was there ever since I was a baby. He's been with me through all the hardships of my life. He has been with me since my first mom died. He was always there. He stayed up to now that I am 15. So sometimes when I'm alone, I think to myself, all the achievements and how far I've gotten in life are only possible with the people who have been around me, my mom, and God. But then sometimes I think to myself, who has given me the biggest impact? And I remember my father. So God gives you a father as somebody to guide you through your life. And that's what my dad did for me. He was with me since the start. Since my first mom died, he was been with me. He stayed no matter how hard things got. He still kept on going, and he showed to me what it's like to persevere and to always trust God and no matter what happens. So I always remember that. And I want to thank my dad. I want to thank God for the father he's given me, for all that they've done, because God's trying to help me through my dad. And I think it's amazing how he's done these past 15 years that I was his son, and I am still going to be his son. But I just want to appreciate him for being the best to me, my brothers, and he's the best husband to my mom as well. He's understanding, and he always tries to make our lives better each day. I don't want my dad to be just known as an entrepreneurship, an author, the husband of Miriam Kiambao. I want him to be known as a man of God and as a role model. A man of God to me, a role model to me and my brothers, and a man of God to everyone that he talks to in his life.
Wow. Okay, I'll increase your allowance.
Wow. We should do
Thanks,
this a lot
Josh.
then.
Thanks, Josh.
You're welcome.
Now, how do I respond to that? Lord, I didn't know that you would appreciate me like that. Because just the other day we were arguing about your hair. But I appreciate what you said, and I know being a father is worth it. I always tell you that one day I'll be gone, and my job is to prepare you to be an adult, a grown up, not just an ordinary one, but someone who's living up to your best potential. Right? The other day I said, like right now, it's a testament because we were talking on while we were walking on the beach, and then we were talking about the future. We were talking about you're wanting to take medicine, and we talked about your options. And I was actually telling you, Diba, you should consider even a career in broadcasting because you're a good speaker. You can speak well. Even this could be a podcast, I think. That's but yeah, and so I want to honor also my dad who was also a role model, Dr. Ned or Lolo Ned to Josh, and and I want to tell you all to appreciate your dad while you can, because my dad is old now. He's starting to forget things, um, and before it's too late, really appreciate your parents, especially your dad, and spend as much time. So I'm looking forward to spending time with Josh when we
Where?
travel back to Manila. Uh, while we're there, while there's no internet.
What? We're not gonna have internet?
Of course, we have to apply it pa. We move, diba?
Yeah.
So we're moving in a few weeks and transitioning so that actually for Josh, so that he can go to a new school that will prepare him for
Senior high school.
senior high and for college. So thank you. Thank you to my son for appreciating me. Um, I think I'll treat him for dinner later.
Don't we have dinner at home?
Thanks a lot. And yeah, God bless you all. God bless all the dads. And
God bless all of you. And I hope all the children out there, you will appreciate your fathers for what they've done for you and for everyone in your life. So,
And we're back, ladies and gents. Ayun. Ang cute nila, King.
Oo. Ange, alam mo, parang first pa lang, pero ang dami na kagad na baon.
Yeah. Medyo may kumikirot na ngayon dito ko eh. But
Oo.
I'm going to zero in on what RD said na, spend time, appreciate our dads or father figures before it's too late.
Mhm.
And kaya I have this very wonderful privilege because my dad, he works from home.
Mhm.
He has his own business, and what a complete privilege it is to see him every day. As in, every day kami nagkikita. When I wake up, I see him because he's an early riser, and I can't help but think to myself, baka kulang pa the way I express my love for him.
Yeah.
If we can, I know
Yeah.
it's kind of silly because
Oo.
dads are like this, are really
Yeah.
like rugged figures. But if we can tell them that I love you or that I miss you, or have coffee with your dad if
Mhm.
you have
Mhm.
coffee, or invite him for lunch outside the house, why not,
Yeah.
diba, King?
Yeah. Sabi ko nga dun sa isang talk na walang matigas na tatay kapag sinabihan mo ng I love you. Lalo na kapag babae pa yung nagsabi, babaeng anak yung nagsabi na I
Yes.
love you, daddy. Diba? Kulang na lang, bubunot na yan ng pera kagaya ng gagawin ni Sir RD kay Josh kanina eh. Bubunot na ng pera.
Increase
No,
allowance.
but it came from the heart of Josh, and
Yeah.
it's one thing that I learned from him was he said, God gave you a father and he was the one who selected that dad for you. Of the billions of dads that's possible out there, pinili ng Diyos yung tatay mo para sa'yo. And there
Exactly.
must be a perfect reason why God did that, right?
Exactly. Such a powerful message.
Mm,
And
mm.
una pa lang yan, King.
Kaya nga,
Now, on to
kaya
our
nga.
next.
Yes,
All right.
yes, yes.
I'm very, very excited to introduce you this next dynamic duo. Herbert Hernandez is a slasher. He's a husband, father, an agency founder, a recording artist. He
A rock
plays
star.
definitely a rock star. Idol ko to eh. He plays guitar after hours for the nationally renowned band Six Cycle Mind and Moonstar 88 and is the composer of this very sikat na paulit-ulit ko nung high school, Migraine. During the day, he finds himself in advertising, having chalked up 20 years in the industry and multiple wins in Cannes, the Clios, One Show, LIA, Awards, Spikes Asia, AdFest, AdStars, and the APAC FEs. Herbert co-founded the Ideas agency Gigil, a campaign AOY awardee as Philippines Independent Agency of the Year and Philippines Creative Agency of the Year. He has also won gold in the APAC FEs in 2020. Celebrating his achievements as an up and coming leader in marketing, media, and communications in the whole Asia Pacific, Herbert has been named by Campaign Asia to its list of 40 under 40, such a big deal, and has been included by Adweek in its list of Creative 100, which is an annual celebration of the world's most fascinating creative professionals, icons, and game changers. Now, with him today is his son, who is a born leader named Hesaya Hernandez. He is the class president of his grade 10 class and also a part of the school student council. He's joined the student council because he gets a chance to host events and be on stage, just like his dad. And just like many young men his age, he likes to play video games and hangs out with his friends. He just recently graduated and is an upcoming integrated marketing communications freshie at the University of Asia in the Pacific. He hopes to join one day his father in the advertising industry and also become an entrepreneur himself. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome on stream Herbert and Hesaya Hernandez.
Only because he is my father, but because of his dedication and discipline to what he does. He is not only a rock star and not only working in the advertising industry and successful, but he's also a loving father, one that cares for his family. Some people may be worried about being a mommy's or daddy's boy, but they'll be sad when their parents are not there anymore. They'll be sad if they're not talking to them all the time anymore. And I know some may want to look cool or not be embarrassed with your friends, but what to be embarrassed and fearful of or being others when you love your parents and your friends not having the same. I think everyone should start loving their parents more. Being embarrassed about it, it's just others being envious of what they don't have. Yeah, yun lang. I think that's just some people nang needs to love their parents more. And I mean, I can't say it's the same sa every situation, pero I love you, pa.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, hindi. I mean, I really appreciate yung message mo. Na hindi mo ako kinahiya.
What to be shy naman din of. Then, a lot of the times, my classmates know na nga you din actually. So I guess, like, maybe different sa situation ko kasi nung dad ko alam ko na, nung classmates ko alam nila rockstar siya. So parang sasabihin ko na rockstar ang daddy ko. Lahat sila sabi, parang daddy ko naman doctor, parang nasa businessman, and ako sabi ko rockstar. Everyone, so I can't always say it's easy for others, pero I really don't think some should be embarrassed kasi, I mean, if they're embarrassed, it's just gonna stop them from showing love to their parents, and they're just gonna think they're cool for not for doing something that's just harming everyone around them and themselves pa nga. Kasi, parents know a lot. They, unlike parang, what's it called? Parents know a lot more. They live longer than you. They've seen more. So sometimes it's good to take your parents' advice and not just completely ignore them. Well, first off, meron ako shelter dito. Tingnan mo, there's a rooftop here. There's no, I'm not, living outside. I'm not going hungry naman. I eat food. I get to eat. I get to drink. And one of the things is parang you tell me what's right and wrong. Sometimes then morality is one of the most important things to teach children. Some people they don't think they don't think right. They sometimes parang blame everything, always fight with others. But you taught me parang to just work hard, keep doing stuff. Don't give up, grit. Do you really like it? Do you like that book? I haven't read it pa, pero I mean, I've read some parang summaries yun ng po, pero yeah, you taught me to work hard and not give up. And a lot of people that I know, they easily give up. They don't have that mindset. I mean, so a lot more are way more undisciplined. I mean, I'm not saying I mean, but you helped me be at least more disciplined than most.
And syempre, offer everything to God.
And yes, God.
Yun naman yung
And that's one of the most important things you've taught me po.
Na before you do anything, anong gagawin mo?
I mean, I always pray po before I sleep.
Yeah, and offer everything sa kanya, di ba?
Yes po.
And that's lahat naman nung natutunan ko rin sa parents ko na about just doing your best, di ba? Lalo na senior high ka na, di ba?
Yes.
Hindi na kami laging nandun, di ba? They just offer everything sa taas, di ba? And you just do your best and God will do the rest. Why do you like it? Why do you like yung work ko rin?
First off, then gusto ko din ng creativity with it. I like expressing ideas to and talking to other people, and I feel like it's a great line of work na then. Second, then parang I think it's gonna be consistent. I mean, I'm gonna be able to have like ano tawag yun? A safe job then to secure when I'm older. Then I want to have like a parang sure security then sa getting a job one day. And third off, then once I get a secure job, I also wanna. That's when then I will also do my other endeavors that I want to plan to do. Baka I'll get my own business. Baka I might go to my own advertising agency. Maybe I want to go for another company that I'll make my own. I'm not sure yet. I'll look when there's opportunity pa.
Basta offer everything sa taas, right?
Yes po.
And yun nga, kami rin, nung time ko, super proud din kami sa parents namin. Kasi nakikita ko sila na ginagawa lang nila yung best nila. Tapos if every time na magkakasama, di ba, we try to maximize yung time and enjoy, di ba? And offer everything, syempre, sa taas. Pero, ayun. And music. Yung music rin.
Oh, yes. Yung music din pa.
You have your band na anong, I mean, do you like it?
I'm really happy with the band po. I mean, I'm not the best player there, pero I still enjoy being with them and having concerts with them. I was supposed to be a substitute na for the band now, pero...
But you enjoyed it?
Yeah, nag-stay ako.
And kumusta? How was the...
It's good na meron plano pa sa August, I think.
Yeah. Basta enjoy it kasi gift talaga ang music eh. And what I'm requesting sa'yo is dapat makapagpasaya ka ng tao. And sana makapag-service ka sa church or sa simbahan na yun, dapat na ibabalik lahat.
Yes po.
Kung sino nagbigay sa atin, di ba? And ma-share natin sa mga tao.
Yes po. I mean, I do plan on helping others when I grow up. Or mga sa organizations that, the orgs that I can join in senior high po.
Okay mag-explore kasi if you're too, too safe naman,
Too
wala
safe
ka ma-explore, diba?
too
So,
same thinking. It's only
It's a
limiting
lesson.
your
And
possibilities.
And yung mga in-explore ko na hindi naging successful na iba, marami akong natutunan doon.
That's good.
So it's not, hindi siya totally failure dahil marami akong natutunan doon. So, yun. Pero ngayon may AI, mag-risk pa rin ako doon, di ba? Calculated risk.
I mean, I don't know. I don't think it's a risk na nga actually. This one
It's
is
exploration talaga. It's really exploration.
Personally, I think yung AI maganda yan sa, yan,
Because
I don't
it's
think
helping you sa
Hindi na-
correct mo and grammar mo.
Hindi lang yun
Kasi dahil sa Google
Ay,
isa ka sa di ba nagte-test ng Gmail?
Oh, yeah,
Autocorrect.
I got pero I think it's gonna be good talaga, and I think that's a good investment because that one it's rising talaga. I don't see it coming down. I don't think there's any reason for it to come down.
Paano kung posible nang maging AI ako? Pag kunyari, mawawala na ako.
Hindi yan possible.
Hindi nga eh.
I mean, not
kung
yet.
magiging AI na ako.
That's
I mean, kung may chance na 30 years from now, pwede na akong ma-convert to AI. Okay lang sa'yo. Kunyari,
okay lang.
Sabi nga rito, mawawala na ako. Are you allowing na magiging AI? Kasama mo ako forever.
Yeah. Okay lang. Okay lang sa akin.
AI?
Sige, okay lang yun.
So, kinokorek ka lagi?
Kinokorek lang ako lagi. Sige, try mo. Pwede try mo, pero AI, hindi ko alam how it works, pero okay lang sa akin. So, to all fathers out there, children themselves too, for the fathers, I think you should maybe open up to your child more. Don't always close your thinking to just what you know, or sometimes what you know, and you shouldn't let your child go outside with their friends because I don't know, maybe all of them are like boys or all of them are girls, and you don't want your child to be suddenly different. But let them explore themselves. Let them talk to others. Let them be let them be free. I mean, maybe at times you could stop them when their friends are doing drugs and stuff. But those are the far end situations, and I could understand doing that. But try to be open with your child. Try to talk to them too. Understand their problems. See what's wrong with them. And if they don't want to talk, just give them space. Let them sit this out. They'll figure it out, and just let them know that you're there for them. And if they want help, you could ask them. So they could ask you there. That's the thing. And for the children out there, I really don't be embarrassed. Don't be scared to be different. Don't be afraid. Sometimes that's what's stopping people to be the most successful in the world. It's because they're afraid. They're not doing anything. And that's what's stopping some people from loving their parents. Not showing love to your parents because you think it's just to fit in. That's not fitting in. That's just being sad with everyone else. And I can't always say it to everyone I can't tell that everyone has the same situation or good parents, but a lot of the times your parents just care for you and wants what's best for you. And I think you should just show your love back to them.
Thank you. Love you. Thank you, TNC. Nice concept.
There you have it. O, pangalawa pa lang yun, King. What can you say?
Ha? Wala. Parang pag-iisip ko, ano kaya sasabihin ng anak ko kung sakasakali ini-interview dito, no? Kasi ano, ramdam na ramdam mo eh. Si Hesaya, hindi siya nalilito. At
Yeah.
ramdam niya ang gabay ni Daddy Herbert. No?
Totoo. And, you know, ang pinaka gusto ko kasi sinabi ni Hesaya, and from someone who's relatively young compared to our
Mhm.
age,
Mhm.
gusto ko
Mhm.
yung sinabi niya na, you know, as dads, it's always a nice idea talaga to open up to your child more. You know,
Mhm.
about anything, like his experience growing up,
Mhm.
being with friends, which type of friends he kept, which type of friends he decided to, cut ties with, anything at all, anything that can serve as, mga little things na very useful for a child growing into or transitioning into adolescence, young adulthood. I specifically like that kasi sometimes kasi it's hard for dads to be like very open to, I don't know,
Di
maybe
lang
because
sa
babae ako,
di lang
but I don't
sometimes.
know.
Di lang sometimes. Talagang oftentimes, 'di ba?
Mhm.
Dads have difficulty opening up, and that goes the same for myself. That's why it's good coming from the son, no? Coming
Yeah,
from Yesaya na it's good to open up because it relaxes the kids. 'Di ba? Hindi lang yung pagalit yung naaalala nila of their dads or of their moms, kundi yung kwentuhan.
exactly. And
Yes.
so it's just our second duo and on to our third duo for today. Yeah, so I'm very pleased to introduce to you this our third duo for today, Mitch and Dylan Dowes. Mitch Dowes is a 40-year-old dad to Dylan and Maddie, a husband to Joy, and works as an HR business partner at Willis Towers Watson. Mitch enjoys reading books, playing basketball, and keeping fit through exercise. On the other hand, his son Dylan is a 12-year-old incoming junior high student at the Ateneo de Manila University. Dylan enjoys playing games and watching Marvel movies. He is a proud Pokemon fanatic and a Star Wars enthusiast. Dylan wishes to become a marine biologist when he grows up. Friends, ladies and gents, please all welcome and streaming live from Quezon City, Mitch and Dylan Dowes.
My dad helped me figure out basketball by teaching me tricks and playing games. We also practice every weekend for, for exercise. Basketball is important to me because it's the only sport I play and I enjoy. I also want to get better to make my dad proud. We figure out things together by doing things in general. A good example of this is schoolwork. My dad tutors me and I learn, of course, but me learning also makes my dad relearn some subjects or topics. And that makes us discover new things together. So it's a win-win situation for the both of us. I feel very happy and supported that my dad helps me with most of the things that I do. And I wouldn't know half of the things that I know right now if it wasn't for my dad.
Okay, thank you, Dylan. I have to ask you, who's your favorite basketball player?
Uh, it has to be LeBron James. My friends keep on talking about him to me, and I just feel like he's just a good player in general.
You'll be better than him, I'm sure. Dylan, thank you for your message. I I thank the Lord that He gave you as my son. You're 12. You're surrounded by people who love you very much. who will be there for you through anything that you're going to do. I would only wish for you to be the superhero that you always want to be, and I pray that you will be your mom's son. Um, Everything is going to be fine. We're going to do things together. We're going to figure things out together. You're 12, I'm 40. Every time I'm with you, I feel like I'm 12, figuring things out just the same as you. I love you very much, and please always take care. Thank you. Thank you, TNC. Bye.
There you go, King. Ba't ganun, ano? Sa GWWR, when I hear, sorry, sa me and mom, pag pinapakinggan ko sila, naiiyak ako. Pag pinapakinggan ko yung father and son, nakikyutan ako talaga. Kasi, parang it's not so common, di ba, that they open up about these kinds of things.
Hindi nga mawala yung yung smile sa akin habang nakikinig ako eh. Parang sabi mo ba kinikilig ka?
Yeah,
Oo eh,
nakikyutan ako.
nakakilig siya. Promise. Coming from a dad. It was short but it was sweet. Sabi ni Dylan, di ba? Na it felt like I was guilty a bit when Dylan was saying things pertaining to Daddy Mitch. Kasi sabi na, Daddy Mitch was participating in sports, teaches basketball, tutors in school. Tapos, ito yung malupit eh. I wouldn't be half of who I am without my dad. So talagang kudos to Daddy Mitch for having Dylan feel those words and say those words in public. Ikaw naman, anong mo kay Daddy Mitch? Any
Practically the same game, but ako, I just like what I see, the kind of relationship that they have. Kasi, I mean, very touchy, very huggy. Ako talaga more on, I enjoy seeing these relatively young kids, growing up with a father figure that seem to be very affectionate.
Yeah.
Kasi, yung being a nurtured child kasi, it helps you in terms of having a very strong emotional foundation in such a way na, alam mo yung growing up, kasi transitioning into adolescence, yun talaga yung medyo, I don't know, yung parents, I remember my parents when my siblings and I were transitioning, medyo sakit sa ulo talaga eh. So, but ako, I'd like to believe we were brought up talaga na we had all of the emotional support that we needed. And so, na nung nagkakaroon kami ng mga problema, as teenagers, we were able to handle it well. And for me, napaka-importante nun, the show of affection from of such a young age, madadala kasi nila yun until they grow up eh. So for me, that's one of the most important things I saw.
True. And lastly, sabi ni Daddy Mitch, that I will be there and I will pray that you will be the superhero that you want yourself to be. Lupit.
Diba? Nakakaiyak. Iyak ako, kakainis.
Sige, marami pa to. Marami pa. Nasa pangatlo pa lang tayo. So,
I know, okay.
Years, siguro sa pang-apat, pwede na yan. Ha? Kasi kalahati na tayo.
All right.
Okay. Who's next?
All right, so on to our fourth dynamic duo, George and Mickey Winnicky. George Winnicky is a man with a mission. He aims to elevate the life of as many of his countrymen as he is able through his mentoring advocacy. To his mentees, George is not only a mentor, but a friend, or Tatay George as they call him. He is one of Go Negosyo's angelpreneurs who willingly serves as a consultant for aspiring and starting entrepreneurs all over the country through Go Negosyo and BPI. George created Kalye Negosyo, a mentoring program for people who want to start their own business and improve their lives. To the public, he is known as the co-founder of Potato Corner and the business that democratized tempura, Tokyo Tempura. He led the Association of Filipino Franchisers Incorporated as its president for 2 years, which he was also a co-founder. He helped his AFI members survive through the pandemic and launched a national campaign with Gary Valenciano dubbed Buyanihan as its conveyor. Author of the book on entrepreneurship titled Bounce, he is an admired practitioner worthy of recognition. An awardee of the prestigious Agora Awards, WE Awards for Purposeful Entrepreneurship, and a member of the Essay and Mentorship for Entrepreneurs Network, or AMEN. George is also an academe of the Ateneus ACCE and the Professional Academy of Culinary Education. George never stops listening, advising, and counseling those who are in need of his advice. And in fact, it has already become his way of life. He is currently a PLDT ambassador. George Miguel Winnicky IV, his son, is a chef by profession but serves as the franchise director of J-Wing Food Corp. Tokyo Tempura. Once known for his famous offbeat burger, the donut burger that became popular in 2010, Mickey has surrendered his chef hat and apron to expand the family business through franchising. He is currently the director for Ways and Means of the Association of Filipino Franchisers Incorporated, or AFI, and has several businesses consultancies under his belt, the most renowned being P Donuts. Mickey is husband to Angela Camins and is a father to three wonderful children. Ladies and gentlemen, streaming live from Makati, please welcome father and son, George and Mickey Winnicky.
Good afternoon.
Hi, good afternoon, everyone. I'd like to share a message for my dad. So, dear dad, I wanted to share with you and everyone just how much I appreciate and admire you. Your creativity knows no bounds, and you constantly seek new ways to innovate and execute ideas. No matter how crazy or impossible they may seem, you always find a way to make it happen. I remember hearing those snippets from the early days of Potato Corner when skeptics claimed that it wouldn't work because it didn't have a burger along with the fries. But you proved them wrong, and now Potato Corner is a thriving success. The same also for Toki Tempura, where you made it affordable and broke the norm by selling tempura in a bucket in a food cart. Even with your consultancy clients, you help them develop unique selling points that set them apart. Your ability to turn dreams into reality is really truly awe-inspiring. Your generosity is unmatched, Dad. You selflessly perform countless random acts of kindness without a second thought. Whether it's paying for the groceries of those in need or mentoring aspiring entrepreneurs, you embody the spirit of giving. Because of you, I and my siblings have grown up with a similar mentality, always eager to help others without expecting anything in return. In a world where chivalry is often considered dead, you have ensured that we still practice and believe in it. Your love for the family and friends is something I deeply cherish. Even as a 35-year-old with my own family, you still hug and kiss me as if I were a child. I am grateful for your unwavering support and sage advice. I know that you and mom are always there for us when we need your help. Your loyalty extends beyond our immediate family. You treasure your friendships and you nurture those connections that bring joy to your life. Dad, I want you to know that I still have a long way to go before I consider myself an efficient father and the future president of our company. But I want you to understand that I have learned so much from you and I am continually striving to improve. When the time is right, I believe I can fill your shoes. You deserve to retire on a beachfront farm with mom, surrounded by your beloved Jack Russell Terriers, and spend quality time with your apos. Your love and guidance have shaped me into the person I am today, and for that, I am eternally grateful. I want to express my love for you, Dad, in the sincerest way possible. You are an incredible role model, mentor, and friend. I love you, Dad.
Thank you so much, Mickey. There is there's an absence of words that I want to share because of overwhelmed. I'm overwhelmed with the speech that you gave me. Mas maganda pa lang narinig ko yan kaysa patay ako. Thank you so much, anak. Anak, I believe in you. And you don't have to be me. I just want to be you. And I love you. And thank you so much for those kind words. And I will always be here to all of you, to four of you. Okay? And I will never, never leave you. I got your back every day. Or I got your back. Basta I got your back. Anak, maraming salamat.
Ayun. So, medyo naiyak ako. Oh my gosh. There. Thank you very much, George and Mickey, for sharing that. And especially to Mickey. A lot of really heavy and beautiful words there, King.
35 years old na pero ano no,
I
pag
know.
pinag-uusapan yung pagmamahal nung tatay na, parang nagiging 15 years old or even 5-year-old. Ang galing eh. Ganun
Yes,
talaga eh, no?
exactly. That's exactly why it's so heartwarming kasi it's not common. Tapos, alam mo yun, you're streaming live and you get to tell your dad, I love you. And you get to tell him all these wonderful things. Sabi nga ni Sir George, 'di ba? Buti na lang narinig niya 'to ngayon before he's even gone. And
Yep.
let's go back to the very first dynamic duo we had, 'di ba? Sabi nga is if you can tell your dad how much you appreciate them, say it. Kasi tinan mo, wala, ang ganda. It's so beautiful, King.
Kaya nga, Ange, ang sasabihin ko sa mga tao ngayon na nakikinig or makikinig nito, stop what you're doing now. Stop now, as in pause. Or if you could, di ba? And then dial the numbers of your dads and tell them how much you appreciate and love them. Dahil sabi nga ni Mickey, iintayin mo pa ba? Sabi ni George, iintayin mo pa ba na nasa salamin na hindi ka na naririnig? So now's the
Yes.
opportunity to tell your dad you appreciate
Exactly.
and you love them.
Yes, I love you, Dad. I know you're watching. Ferdinand Kabukit, I love you.
I love you too, Daddy. Daddy Benny Gonzalez, thank you for everything. Tapos ngayon ko lang,
Sorry, King, I can't hear you. Baka ano. There. Ayan. I think there's something wrong with maybe it's just the headset. I know it's just the headset.
and you can hear me now?
I have you back. Yes.
Sabi ni Sir George, he's absent for words. And that is not a typical George Winnicky.
I know.
Hindi na nang sinasabi yan, especially sa mga taong nangangailangan ng tulong.
Yes. Sir George is very eloquent.
Yeah.
Kung words din lang, he has a lot of those.
Yep.
But
yep.
a son can leave a father speechless. What can I say? Ayan, so
True.
anyway, before we head on to our next set of dynamic duos, of course, this show would not have been possible without our sponsors and our partners and donors. So, King, take it away.
Yes, our event sponsor, thank you to Puzzle Box BPO Incorporated. Our publicity partners, Outcom and Steel Art Billboards. We have our event partners and donors, The Spoiled Wife PH, Andrea's Homemade Goodies, Asea, Bayong Shaga, Brown Roots Creatives, Ernesto by Barber Boy, Sante Barley Max, I Zinc, that's a vitamin C. Some more event partners and donors, Graze It Up, syempre, with the full support of Tokyo Tempura. You also have Happy Plants by Hannah, Tiffany, Tuburan Coffee, Barefoot Wine, and last but not the least, IQ. So maraming salamat po, because without you guys, we couldn't express, or these parents, these kids could not express themselves if it were not for you. So maraming salamat po.
Thank you very much. And once again, this is Like Father, Like Son. Do not go away, ladies and gents. We will be right back.
Begin with us. Stay in with us. Make any floor a dance floor with us. Be smooth with us. Groove with us. Date night is a great night with us. Be you with us. Barefoot with us.
ASEA Redox is the first and only supplement on the market scientifically tested and shown to signal the activation of genetic pathways and to affect genes that improve immune system health, help maintain a healthy inflammatory response, help maintain cardiovascular health, improve gut health, and modulate hormone balance. Are you done with the breakdown? Reach for the breakthrough.
And we are back, ladies and gentlemen. So, King, four dynamic duos have already shared their stories to us, and you have four more to go.
Yes. I was supposed to say four down, pero I would say four up because
Yeah,
talagang inaangat niya yung mga tatay. Inaangat nila yung mga
exactly.
tatay. Okay, so sino pa
Exactly.
tong mga apat pa that will up the ante for us dads? Go dads.
Nako, nako. Well, you're right. This is actually getting to be more exciting as we are nearing the final four, as I say.
Mhm. Mhm.
Now, our next dynamic duo are Jingo and Ryan Fermin. Mr. Roderick P. Fermin, or Jingo, has successful 33 years of sales and general management experience among several industries. Recently, he was the Senior Vice President for Business Development and Sales at Metro Pack Movers Incorporated. And prior to this, his career includes holding top executive positions in companies like Concept Foods Corporation, My Solid Technologies Corporation, and Solid Group Technologies Corporation. Currently, he is engaged in management consultancy and sales training and development with different clients and industries in the Philippines. Jingo is also a program director for sales for the Ateneus Center for Continuing Education. Jingo has a bachelor's degree in economics from the Ateneo de Manila University and has been happily married to Pauline. They will celebrate their pearl anniversary this coming December. Congratulations in advance. They have been blessed with five lovely children, including Ryan. You will learn more about him later. And Rafi, a 27-year-old digital marketing strategist. Paula, a 23-year-old recent graduate of design at the University of Navarra in Spain. Patty, a 21-year-old freshman at the University of Navarra in Spain. And Nathan, a 16-year-old grade 12 or incoming grade 12 student here in the Philippines. Ryan is Jingo's eldest son, and he is a sports and fitness professional and has been a coach in both fields for the past 6 years since graduating from the course Sports Science at the UP Diliman in 2017. Ryan started part time coaching when he was still in his fourth year, and eventually he was able to get a job as a U13 football coach in his alma mater, which is Paref Southridge School. In 2021, he founded an academy to work with the so called G8 Football Academy, where he currently coaches. As for his strength and conditioning, he focuses more on young athletes and has been training them privately in the Hillsborough gym. Aside from these endeavors, Ryan also recently finished his first season in professional football with the Maharlika Manila FC or Football Club, where he played for 6 months and took over as a manager for the remaining 4 months. To give you a bit of history, Jingo and Ryan are your typical father and son pair with perhaps one twist of peculiarity. They both love football. And as we all know, this is a sport that's not as popular because our nation is a basketball crazy fanatic nation. They both love to travel and meet people. Both are fascinated with making new friends. Another passion is that they both share a particular interest in singing, and they spend countless hours belting out songs in the family's KTV room and have been known to be AIM or Ayaw Ibigay Yung Mic. I can relate. I'm like that. So, like Jingo, Ryan is the eldest in the family and is very responsible and caring for his siblings, just like his father. Both of them, family next to God, is the most important treasure they have in this world. When all else fails, family is there to support and sustain. Ladies and gentlemen, streaming live from Alabang, Muntinlupa, Jingo and Ryan Fermin.
Hi, good afternoon.
Hi. So yeah, I guess just to kick it off, thank you again for having us on this show, and I'm excited to share how grateful I am and my siblings am for having dad as our dad. So just to kind of start it off, my dad wears many hats in life and has always been there for me and my family, my siblings, four siblings, and my mom in particular. But of course, most important, I think that really sticks to me and especially my brothers is how he showed us to be a man and to be a prayerful man, a God fearing man. So to kind of boil it down to 4 points, I think in first point, we're so thankful and grateful to our dad for being such a loving husband, caring and supporting husband to my mom, always looking out for her and caring for her every day, making sure they still have their weekly dates together, even after almost 30 years together, which we really appreciate. And of course, it's given the situation now where I myself am preparing for my own wedding. I can't have a better example on how to live a married life and to care for my future wife. So I really thank my dad for that. So aside from showing how to be a loving and caring husband, he's also always been a protector to me and to my family. So I think I quite like what I heard the other day where without the dads there won't be super moms, but the term super mom, I guess before that our dad was always our superhero. So more than the moms being the super moms, our dad was our superhero, always protecting us. And I always go back to this story when we were kids, when we were based in Thailand, where as a kulit kid, I fell in the pool, and my dad was the first to act, jumped into the pool right away and saved me and my cousin. So there is always that instinct. I'd say my dad had that natural instinct of looking out or protecting others. I mean, even aside from his own kids, there was a moment where he even reacted quickly and saved another kid, a friend of my younger brother, from drowning. So those are things that really stick to us, and there's that ability that he can manage crisis when there are problems that are faced. Of course, given like we all respond with a bit of stress, but I think my dad really focuses on what to do, how to solve it. And that's one of the lessons that personally I really hold close to my heart. But more than protecting us physically, also more on the emotional side. When things get rough or we're going through challenges, we're so thankful. I'm so thankful that my dad realizes that when it's not a moment for solutions, it's a moment just to be there for that support. So those are things as a protector of the family. Next, I'd say he's also been a great provider along with my mom. So growing up with my football interests and hobbies, anytime I need shoes, I was never, neglected. None of us were. But I always put this context that my dad, especially, and of course my mom as well, would always safeguard us against being spoiled. So when we want something as simple as Pokemon cards or video games, of course we have to prove that we deserve it. We had to work hard to get good grades. We needed to learn, and we learned it from them and from my dad, the value of hard work, of working for something worthwhile. But it's not gonna come easy. So those are some lessons that we got from him, that I got from him, and also making the most out of the situation, discarded, finding a way to make things work. Those are values that personally is the closest to me, and in a way, my value of seeing who I want to work with, who I want to develop relationships with. this skill or this value I got from my dad, or I appreciated more from my dad. So, and lastly, just to kind of mention it, one of the things that we really hold close to our hearts and I strive to do is to be as prayerful as my dad. So, both my mom and dad are very prayerful, very religious, and it's just again the greatest example for us to start our lives. We have a template or something to build on from. I also understand, and it's never been pressure that we need to be as prayerful or as you know as successful, but more than that, we have a support system and something to look forward to, something to strive towards in our own capacity. And at the end of the day, I guess just knowing that I have my dad beside me, behind me, always there. That's the biggest thing I'd like to show appreciation for. So, yeah, thank you, Dad. I love you. You.
Thank you, Anna. Thank you. So, yeah, thank you, Ryan, for those wonderful words. Yeah, it's very touching, and I know naman that you think highly of me, and I appreciate it. Um, I'm very happy to hear it verbalized, and well, at the same time, I'm also very happy that we were given a chance to share with each other what we really feel about each other as father and son. Well, you know that being the eldest, Ryan, they have a saying that yung panganay, there's always a soft spot for in the hearts of the parents, always, because you're the firstborn. Ikaw yung una eh. So when you were born, your mom and I were really, really very, very happy. It was like, kasi, unang anak eh, di ba? So then lalaki pa, so we were very happy, no? Na oh wow, may magdadala na ng pangalan, sigurado. So yeah, and growing up, each of you we love very much. And if you recall, no, when you were small, um, growing up, each of you had a Disney film attached to you or parang related to you. So for you, it was Toy Story, if I remember. So it was Toy Story, and every time I hear the song of Toy Story and the movie, parang or or actually Lion King, right? Lion King, yeah. So that also Lion King. So yun. But Ryan, I know that in a few years' time, and I told you this, no. Um, um, I told you this a few years ago that our family will go through a crossroad soon, a very good crossroads. Of course, it's not all smooth sailing. Why do I say so? Because sabi nga natin, it will be the time when parang all of us will be moving to different places, working or living in different countries, and again, and then pinaka-importante pa is you're getting married next year. So talagang big change for the next few years coming, no? So talagang we have to be ready for it. So my advice, because you mentioned already about the qualities that you saw in me, well, I wish that my example would really help you and help you also in building your own family. So, but remember, all of this we owe to God. So it's God first. And when all things fail, as I mentioned, as mentioned by the host earlier, no, when all things fail, don't forget, family is here. Family will never leave you behind, and family will always stay with you wherever you are. Okay. Thank you so much. Thank you, TNC. Thank you, Apple, for giving us this opportunity. Maraming salamat po.
Well, King, a lot of key takeaways there, I tell you. Let me start off
Go.
by, eto talaga, ito, this is what uh, seem to be very important to me. For example, I have a problem, no? And talagang my mind is really full of it. It's very stressful and all. And I know that parents always mean well, whether or not they interrogate you why you're feeling a certain way or whether they just sit there and just be with you. And I really liked it when Ryan described his dad as someone, when they're facing challenges, he's someone that can be there. Just really,
Mhm.
his presence is meant to be an emotional support to
Mhm,
them.
mhm,
And sometimes,
mhm.
that's all we need eh. Sometimes, hindi naman natin kailangan ng sobrang daming words, sobrang daming taong kakausap sa atin. Just the mere fact that someone is right there with you and you feel their emotional presence,
Yeah.
and that's enough support na talaga to get you through whatever it is you're going through.
Oo. Ako, Ange, minsan guilty ako diyan, eh, na hindi lang sa mga anak, pero sa misis na yung kapag
Mm.
nagsasabi ng problema, 'di ba, yung anak mo or yung misis mo, na ikaw parang ready ka to give a solution. When the
Yeah.
solution in fact is just for you, dad, or you, asawa, sa akin, just to listen to whatever problem she or your kids are facing. Nangyayari na rin pati dun sa ano ko, sa 10-year-old daughter na,
Mm.
she tells me sometimes na, dad, just listen to me first, because dad's like giving solutions kaagad, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, and Ryan said it, right, that si Sir Ringo has a listening ear to them, right?
Yes, ayan. And syempre si Sir Jingo also gave a lot of like insights on how it was for him raising his children and being there as a to support them through whatever.
Yeah.
Such a nice relationship. Ayan, so shall we move on to our next dynamic duo?
Yes, yes, we shall.
All right. So our next father and son tandem are Leo and JP Soliman. Napoleon Soliman, or Leo, is a semi retired businessman running a construction company for over 40 years. He is married to Marilyn Soliman and they have three children. So JP is married to Patricia, Gian is married to Oz, and Leah is married to Raymond. And they now have four grandchildren altogether. And they're Jake, Gabby, Lily, and Rocco. So Leo is part of a large family of 13 siblings. His father, Dr. Raimundo Soliman, and mother Lourdes raised all 13 of them in Merville Park, Parañaque. Later on, starting a family of his own, Leo and Marilyn moved to Quezon City and back to Parañaque sometime in the 2000s, where Leo and Marilyn are also very active in their Catholic marriage community, Magis Deo. So, Leo is an avid golfer and a very huge green blooded Lasallian. He has raised his children with the value of love, charity, and family bonding. JP, on the other hand, is a seasoned banker, but beyond his professional career, is a father of two boys. Married for 14 years to Patricia Soleman, and with his awesome kids, Jake, 13, and Gabby, 11. JP likes to call himself a cool dad, even if his jokes are more dad jokes than funny ones. But dad jokes can also be funny. He is very close to his family and not just the immediate, but even with the extended family from both his mother's and father's side. His wife, Patricia, is a birthing doula, practicing for years now, and also a very addicted K pop fan. I hear you. Jake and Gabby are both in school in Caritas Don Bosco, Santa Rosa, and are very much football addicts. JP also has his passions, mainly in the sport of golf, which his dad was a very huge influence on. JP is also a senior vice president and working in Union Bank of the Philippines for 15 years now. He manages the small and medium business group of the bank. Friends, Please all welcome and streaming live from Santa Rosa, Laguna, Leo and JP Soliman.
Hello. Hi. So I guess it's about what do we have to like a message for the father, for our dad, but I think the best is how am I so thankful about my dad. And you can really look at it from the time na bata ka pa all the way to where we are now. Because I think my dad and I are the eldest here in the group right now that is talking and sharing our experiences, no? So, how did we get to where we are because of influence of our parents? Now, everyone knows that the mothers are normally the reason for being is about to care, and the fathers the reason for being is how about to provide. And I'm very thankful for my dad that even if in the 90s it was such a hard time, the financial crisis and all, he was able to make sure that we all finish our schooling in LaSalle. It was very, very helpful to be able to finish your schooling in a very good and prestigious school. It builds up your career and where you get to right now. I'm very, 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 very thankful for that because that is also where I learned that providing is not just simply earning enough and being able to give what is necessary, but it is earning enough and giving what is relevant, not just necessary, but really relevant to your family and to your kids. And you always strive to make sure that you continuously provide those things to them. The second most important thing that I'm thankful for my dad is my addiction to the game of golf. If not for him teaching us how to play golf in 1995, 95 pa yun, no? Back in 1995, I wouldn't be this color I am right now, but I'm whiter than I used to be, right? Because the game has taught me a lot of things also. It has taught me patience, it has taught me sportsmanship, camaraderie, being open to strangers, being friendly to strangers. And imagine if you haven't learned it through a sport like that, which to be honest, it's not an easy sport. It's a very expensive sport, and yet dinala kami ni Daddy, ginasusan niya kami all the way to when we were in college. Kasi after college, sabi ni Daddy, magtrabaho ka na, magbayad ka sa sarili mong golf kasi mahal. Right? But again, you learn how to strive for a passion that you have. And another thing that I think minana ko kay Daddy was, kasi Daddy is a creative thinker, di ba? You love writing. That he loves to write. He loves, back then, I remember he also talks because he was president of Rotary back then. And those things na nakikita ko that he was doing before, things that I am doing also now. So he became my idol in that, how fast he can think and write an article, for example, the same thing that I learned how to write and make my presentations even just the night before an actual talk and things like that. Yung creativity, how to be in front of an audience. Because si Daddy rin, in their community sa Magis Deo, sometimes he's the one hosting and leading a group. Those things really, he became a role model. No? And all throughout life, as I learned all those, the biggest thing that I'm very thankful of right now is when my own dad built my own house. And this house where we are in right now, si Daddy ang gumawa nito. Hindi na kami naghanap ng ibang contractor or anything. When we were planning this, ang sabi ko kagad, Daddy, contractor ka. Tulungan mo ko, let's build a dream house because this is going to be a house of the family. So, right now, kami, dahil nasa Santa Rosa kami ang outing. Kami ang out of town ng pamilya. So kapag gusto lumabas, dito pupuntahan. Without this house, without Daddy, I don't think this house will be as beautiful as it is right now. So I'm very, very thankful for Daddy for all of those.
Diba?
Ikaw naman. Oh, thank you. Thank you kay Daddy kasi mahal na mahal niya yung mga anak namin. Yan, si Jake, si Gabby, tsaka sa brother ko, si Lily and Rocco. To the point na minsan mas hinahanap pa niya yung mga apo kaysa sa aming mga anak. Okay lang yun. Okay lang yun kasi sige doon na lang sa mga apo. Diba? Kaysa sa amin. But what we promised naman, and me, my brother, my sister, what we promised, and we will continue now that since we are now in the position where we can help provide, kami naman na susuporta sa mga magulang namin. Whenever they need us, we will be there financially, emotionally, morally, and whatever kind of support that they need.
because we were brought up to be a supporting and very providing children and family. So, Daddy, thank you. Thank you.
Thank you rin. Actually, ako dapat mag-thank you because number one, yung atin namang flow, no, from your grade school to high school to college, everything. It really flowed naturally naman That's how it was supposed to be. Me providing for you, for all of you. That's my role, no. But there was one dream of mine na naudlot, no, that you continued and I saw you succeeded. Because remember when I graduated from LaSalle, I started as a banker and then I shifted to construction. And that dream of mine as a banker, to be a successful banker, went puff, di ba? Pero when I saw you become a very successful banker, that kind of fulfilled my dream. So thank you. Ako magte-thank you sa iyo. And not to take anything away from you, your support from your wife, your children, my other kids, their partners and spouses, no? And also from my wife, Marlene, your mother, your only mother. I'm the one truly grateful for everything that has happened to us. And just remember, I will always be here for whatever you need. Kayong magkakapatid, ano, ha? Tayong buong pamilya. That's the most important thing of all. No? We stay as a family. We live as a family. We support each other. That's it. It's the purpose of life. All wrapped up. No? So thank you. And thank you for this program. No? This is a nice program. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, TNC.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
So cute. Thank you so much, Shirley and JP. Grabe, King. I was really immersed with the stories that, from childhood and how they were brought up. And ako lang, I just want to spring from the last few words of Sir Leo. Na, he said that we stay as a family, we live as a family, and that's like your life motto na eh. Whatever challenges come along the way, whatever it is that tries to put like walls within the family, as long as you have that respect intact, living as a family all throughout will practically make life still as beautiful as it can be despite whatever.
Yeah. No, tsaka and there are always challenges. There's no life without challenges. There's no life without problems. But when you have family with you, backing you up, then those challenges and those problems tend to be easier because you're faced with your backup, your family, diba?
Correct, exactly. And one cute tiny detail that JP mentioned, he also thanked his dad for being such a great grandfather to his children. And, tayo, if we think that our dads are super cool na and grabe, sobrang galing as a parent, wait till you see them as grandfathers. Ay, parang tinodoble, triple nila yung pagiging super cool and talagang very protective. And, they want to support in whatever way they can sa mga grandchildren nila. So, ayan, wala. I remember my dad lang. He's such a great granddad.
Oh, minsan to the point of spoiling the
Oh,
grandkids already.
yeah.
Di po ba? Di po ba mga
Totoo.
granddads and grandmoms?
Yes, totoo yan. Yung mga, I don't have children, but my siblings, talagang kita mo eh, spoiled. Halimbawa, pag kami, for example, hingi ng favor, ganyan, parang, no, you can do it on your own. Pero pag siningit na yung, halimbawa, sisingit ng sister ko, oh, but it's for Raymar, it's for Olivia, or it's for Nicola. Wala na. Yes na agad.
Yeah,
Yes
yeah.
na agad yun.
Yeah, true. And ako naman dun kay JP, yun na gets ko no. Yung pagka-idolize niya dun sa ano, sa daddy niya, kay Daddy Leo. And that Daddy Leo was not just the builder of their house, in literal, but Daddy Leo was a builder of their home as well, no? So, galing,
Yeah.
galing, galing. Thank
Okay.
God for them.
Yeah, yeah. God bless them. Sobra. It's such a nice relationship. And so there we have it. We have two more dynamic duos to go. And hindi ko na patatagalin. Let me introduce to you our next father and son tandem, Erwin and Ariel Ursua. Coach Erwin, our very own, of course, is a multi-awarded brand manager of Unilab Incorporated, the country's premier pharmaceutical company with 2 decades of experience in sales, marketing, and customer relationship development. His exemplary performance consistently earned the company's recognition, such as Brand Manager of the Year, Top Employee of the Year, and high performance awards for the market leader and strong contender brands assigned to him. Currently, he is the Chief Growth Officer and founder of Win Within, a professional coaching and consultancy company focused on productivity and growth coaching via one on one or group professional coaching, webinars, workshops, and team building. Last month, he joined VP of Creative Marketing Communications Incorporated, a creative production agency primarily engaged in multimedia and movie production. He also provides sales, branding, and marketing consultancy to several small and medium scale companies and hosts the Win Within show on the new channel. You can catch him on Facebook and YouTube as well. As an adjunct to personal leadership and self care, he pursued certification with the Snoring and Sleep Disorders Institute in Singapore and became the first professional life coach with sleep training certification in the Philippines. So, Coach Irwin is also a sleep coach. He is also a certified professional life coach by the Global Life Coach Training and Entrepreneur Institute in Dallas, Texas, USA. He is also a certified visual phototherapy coach, explorer level at Points of View Creative Tools and Training for Development which is based in Israel. His life purpose is to help, heal, and give hope to people and level up and win more in life through coaching and consultancy strategies and solutions. His son, Ariel Ursua, is currently a third year student at De La Salle College of St. Benilde, taking up his bachelor's degree in information systems. He is also the Chief Technology Officer in his school organization, Google Developer Student Club Benilde, which is a community of students empowered by Google developers to serve the Benildian community by helping them grow in knowledge and practice through the peer-to-peer environment and create real-life solutions for their community and local businesses. He is also the owner and co-founder of Win Within Marketing Consultancy Services, focused on productivity and growth coaching, as mentioned earlier. Last year, he started working as a junior developer in his home church, Green Hills Christian Fellowship, as he is one of the people responsible for creating and reviewing codes and verifying the interoperability of the GCF applications. Last February, he started an apprenticeship as a campus missionary in his home church. Ladies and gentlemen, streaming live from Quezon City, let's all welcome Erwin and Eruel Ursua.
Hello, everyone. As mentioned in my introduction, uh, I'm a junior developer. So I think as a professional in the IT field, it will be fitting to use a tech term as a metaphor to explain how my dad has created an impact in my life. it, this is my most creative way, I guess, to describe how I felt in my experience through my life. So growing up, I, I can see my dad is like a firewall. Yes, the thing that pops up from time to time in your computer screen when you're downloading a software from the internet. And sometimes it blocks the software that it feels that uh, it's that's dangerous for your local machine. So as a kid, I felt that my dad is just probably don't does not want me to go hang out with my friends or to buy something that I wanted to buy. But as I grew up, I realized the importance of the firewall in our computer is there to keep you safe and to make sure that your device will run properly. Just like how my dad sometimes does not allow me to go somewhere or to buy something unnecessary. These things has taught me how to save money and how to think about my safety first before having fun growing up. Entering high school, I learned that you can the allow the firewall to unblock certain softwares to run in your computer. There are times that I ask permission from my dad that I needed to go somewhere or to buy something that I think I really needed, but he did not grant me permission. But through proper reasoning and explanation, I was able to get his permission, which improved my communication skills with adults. Now, knowing the purpose of the firewall and how it becomes annoying sometimes due to pop-ups and how it forbids some applications to run in your system, is disabling the firewall and just being vigilant a good option? Well, the answer is no. Just like the repeated reminders of my dad that oftentimes feels like it's already nagging. But I appreciate the wisdom behind each reminders, making me the person that I am today.
Okay, so thank you very much, Erwel. I'm happy to listen to what you've said regarding firewall, and of course, just like you, I mean, being your dad, of course, definitely, I would like to protect you, just like a firewall, and um, I want everything that is happening in your life, especially with you and your brother, are filtered, and as you growing up, that is actually what we want. My mom, your mommy Renz and me, we would like to protect you, of course, and that's why we also do our best that we always attend church, so that what's important is despite you, of course, us being exposed to different people, exposed to different situations. At least what we are right now confident is that you can as you grow up, and then now that you're in a way an adult already, a young adult, I know that you have been you can make sound decisions because of that filtering, because of those firewalls that we were able to put up by your mom. So I'm thankful that I'm hearing this from you, because I know that someday, if you become a dad also, you will, I guess, do the same, maybe better than me, and I would like to see a better dad in Kerwin. Actually, that is actually the thing that all parents would like to see, or would like to have to a son who was a better dad or husband, because as you know, Erwel, as you know, being my son, um that is actually what I want, for you to be a better person. As you grow up, I want you to I want your dreams, I want you to achieve your dreams the best way that you can, and I know you can do it, especially right now. What are, again, what are the clubs that you are in? If you may refresh your dad. Live.
Uh, Google Developer Student Clubs. So
Yeah, the Google Development Student Club in LaSalle CSB. So that's it. So right now you are the head of that club. So you're just like me, a firewall, it's just like what you described, a father. So be their firewall, be the club's firewall also. Okay, so lead them as you see how I led you, or even better. Actually, just like what I said, I would love to see a better dad in her, well, a better dad in your anak. So that's it basically, and I'm very very thankful from what I've heard right now.
being a good leader by dividing proper responsibilities, training people to, or rather, the students under my department to also have that skills and have that potential to be a leader as well, and be able to share what they have learned from me, or from what they have studied, to the future members of the organization.
Oh, that's great. That's great, Anak. So you're gonna, of course, you're gonna share to them better time leadership, and at the same time empowering also. So whatever you've have experienced, whatever you've learned, you're gonna, of course, transfer that technology and empower also the members under the technical department where that is that is the one that you're leading actually in the Google organization that you have in LaSalle CSP. So basically that's it. You're also um, just like a firewall also. You now share what is applicable to your members, and that's great. So, and of course being the leader also in that department, and I see that there's future because just like what is said, time management, or basically later on it will lead to time leadership. People also actually, or even with their students later on, I know they would imbibe the empowerment that you're giving, and I'm sure that they will also be great students like you. And I'm very thankful, Anak. I'd like to share this to everybody that um, being a consistent being a consistent being a consistent needs lister is really a great help to you, to me, and your mom. So we are very proud of you, and I know that later on in life you're gonna achieve more. And of course, with your brother, I know everything will be okay. The future will be okay, and that is actually what we want also. Okay, a better future for the two of you, and most especially um, what we want to see is that you both of you and your brother are helping each other along the way. And I'm happy to hear a lot from you, Anak. Maybe this is just a short span of time, 10 to 15 minutes, but it really means a lot to me. And I hope our viewers right now this afternoon, you know, in this simple sharing that we have right now, you've learned a lot.
Mm, as you mentioned earlier, that yeah, the importance of time leadership and whatever you're currently doing, especially for students who are interested in um, adding extracurricular with their studies, which is a good opportunity to learn as well, other than what you learn in classrooms. Uh, it's a good That's a good opportunity to take, but uh, if it, just make sure, yeah, that time leadership guides you to put your studies first and extracurricular second.
So thank you very much, everyone. So again, thank you very much for those who are watching right now. So in behalf of my wife Florence, and my son Ethan, and of course Erwin on my side right now, we'd like to thank you for giving us here, giving us your time, Erwin.
Thank you everyone for listening to my dad and I discussion.
Okay. So thank you very much. Have a nice afternoon. Good afternoon. Sorry, I was saying good afternoon.
Yes, thank you very much, Coach Irwin, our very own Coach Irwin, and of course, his son, Erwin. So, King,
Yes.
kamusta? Kamusta
Ay,
naman?
ito yung like father, like son talaga. Di
Yes.
ba? Kasi
Yes.
si Erwel, para na siyang coach kung magsalita, di ba? Like his dad. And he's multitasking, not just studying, but he's also helping out with the Google team in De La Salle CSE.
Right?
Just
Grabe,
like the dad,
impressive.
multitasking.
I know.
Yeah.
Wait, he had me at firewall. He had me at firewall. Talaga sabi ko,
Oh,
oo
game,
nga,
firewall.
no? Firewall, oo nga, no? So, parang, kasi di ba, firewall, keeps us safe, keeps all the bad stuff away from from whatever we have in terms of
That's right.
technology. So, parang, oo nga, naisip ko, yeah, our parents are pretty much like firewalls. There are filters, there are our safety nets, sila yung cushion natin, it must be so great talaga.
Na necessary.
Yes.
Di ba?
Yes. Yes.
Necessary. Kanina sabi din ni Erwin na it's necessary because, well, you know where we live in now, right? Where sometimes or many times the wrongs are the rights and the rights are wrongs now, right? So
Yep.
they need to be more protected. They need their firewalls to be up. Yung mga magulang, okay? Ang mga anak, please, yung mga magulang nyo, they have the firewalls not because they want to command onto you, but because they love you. And they
Exactly.
want that you won't be put to harm or in danger. Kasi yun yung
Exactly.
misconceived notion no? Ng mga anak dun sa mga magulang nila.
Yeah, and it's hard kasi when you're young. It's hard to understand when you're young. And some of your other friends are doing differently. Pero na-appreciate ko talaga, my dad is a super strict dad. But nung tumanda na ako, talaga I appreciated everything. Every single ounce of strictness na inimpose niya sa amin. Doon ko talaga siya na-appreciate. So, a message to the younger generations out there, trust me, they know best. They really do. I mean,
Kung
not
hindi,
100%.
mapapariwara ka.
I'd hate to admit it, pero I guess yes. Oo. If I...
Well, coming from somebody who lost, lost the communication with the parents, kumbaga, medyo deliberately,
Mhm.
and those were the lost years of my life. So trust me also, you need to be connected to your mom and dad.
Exactly. So before we move forward to our last duo, I just want to thank everyone who has been watching on stream. We peaked at more than 100, close to 150, I think. Thank you so much to our viewers. And right now we still have 60 plus viewers. I just want to give a shout out to my mom. Syempre lahat ng shows naman pinapanood ni Mommy Tech Karait Kabukit ko. And we also have some comments from Sir Noel Winnicky. Ayan, he thanked Mr. Armando Benco for watching the show and a speechless daw siya. We also have Joey Ong. Joey Ong said, "This is amazing, TNC. Mabuhay ang mga dad buds."
Yeah.
Yeah.
Buhay.
And of course, Mr. Armando Benco, he said that never was I able to honor my father when he was alive. Galing ng TNC. Apple is plan naman ng sala for doing this. I know, sir. We've been repeating this endlessly. Si King nga, challenge pa kayo kanina. Call them right now. Ngayon na
Or
ngayon
go
na.
to them. Ngayon na.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yes.
Yes.
Pwede nyo naman kami mapanood sa mobile.
What's
We
more
have this on
important?
replay.
No, because oh yeah. Because what's more important, di ba, Ange, is that what you got from the show, and what I got from
Yes.
the show is to show my love to my dad and to my parents. So do it now.
Yes. Do it now. If you've seen the movie Big Daddy, if you remember Adam Sandler's movie, they were in the courtroom and then they in the middle of the deliberation, talagang they stopped because the topic was about being a father. And they stopped everything and everyone started calling up their dads, saying, I love you, I appreciate you, I'm sorry. Whatever it is that you want to tell your dads right now. Whether they're still here or whether they're up there, doesn't matter if it's your biological dad, your father figure, the one who raised you, the one who helped your mom raise you, the one who helped your tita or relative raise you, doesn't matter. Just show them, tell them, make them feel appreciated. Hindi lang today, di ba, King? Every
Yeah.
day. Just, di ba, go out of your way
You
to do that.
can never go wrong showing your love to them.
Exactly. It will go a long way for them. Promise. Ayan.
Amen.
So, ayan. We still have other... Ma'am Cholita. I saw Ma'am Cholita Esplano, the mom of Miss Apple. Syempre, she doesn't miss any show. Hi, ma'am. She's watching all the way from Tarlac. And, yeah, we have... Hi, Michelle or Mitch De Ocampo Ballesteros. Thank you so much. Christian Diaz Esplano, the brother of Miss Apple, is watching all the way from Dubai. Thank you so
Hi.
much for the support. Thank you, Mitch. So, yeah, keep on sending your comments and we'll be happy to read them later on. But anyway, King, so ito na. We are on to our final father and son duo. And they are none other than Orly and Orion Ballesteros. Orly Ballesteros is the event manager of ToyCon, managing director of Success Institute, which is a registered marketing professional certification review center, and chief operating officer of Xlink Events, a 21-year-old events company. His son, Orion, is a fourth-year college student of University of the Philippine Open University under the BAMS program. Orion is a past president of the Arts and Media Club of AMA in senior high. At the same time, he works together with his dad as a video editor and an event staff at X-Links Events. Ladies and gentlemen, our final father and son duo for today, please welcome on stream Orly and Orion Ballesteros.
Hello.
Hi. Magandang hapon.
Hi. Hello. I prepared a speech for my father. I hope he listens to this. But first, hi. My name is Orion Descartes de Ocampo Ballesteros, and the speech is dedicated to my father, Orlando Ballesteros. Fun fact about us, our birthday is the same, June 4th. It's an extraordinary thing to happen. One of my favorite things to start an introduction with. And just like how extraordinary this occurrence is, my father, my dad, is an extraordinary person. I think it's just not me to say that my father is the foundation of my thinking. We have this long bookshelf in our house that is full of books from Dan Brown, Haruki Murakami, Socrates, Aristotle, Stephen Covey, John Maxwell, etc. He could brag about reading all of them, hundreds, if not a thousand, which makes him a huge bookworm and a man of great intelligence, which turned me and my siblings into bookworms and critical thinkers too. He really lives up to the Italian meaning of his name, famous throughout the land. His charisma is mesmerizing. Maybe his TikTok or YouTube will show you a snippet of it, but his speeches truly make him. I think my dad was born as a people person. He connects, glues, and his ideas stick to you as it's condensed in a short but sweet manner. None of the wordy blocks of text, but ideally a conversation when he's on stage. It's just like you're talking to him while he is in his speaker mode. This is probably why just a day ago he was in Mindoro giving his sad speeches. In fact, I never mentioned this to him, but I was inspired by his speeches many a time. So, Popsy, salamat. When I was in high school, I would emulate his stance, the break in his speeches, trying to capture some of his charisma. If there was no time limit to, I could go on for 30 to 40 minutes just trying to talk about a well researched topic. There was a saying, imitation is the best form of flattery, and I tried it a lot to be like him, just like my dad who engages, looks, and tells you a story, not just facts and information, but a well written, thought out, thought provoking, and paradigm shifting tale. I mentioned that he was in Mindoro a day ago, which quite frankly intrigues me, as some people would have trouble going out of town so many times a year. My grandmother, my dad's mother, could attest to that. Riding planes, riding boats, riding long distances to a faraway destination. He is adventurous, which is why it's nice for him to find camaraderie in the Department of Tourism. His adventurousness rubbed on his family time too. We would go on trips once or twice a year to different parts of the Philippines, and I would always serve as his cameraman, capturing him in his famous jumping post. My brother would say that he looks like he is meditating in the air, achieving Zen, that feeling of peace, oneness with the environment, and enlightenment. I would say that this is integral to our family's appreciation of our country. For me, at least, it is one small thing that a trip would not be a trip without. Speaking of trips, Popsy, I would not forget that one trip we had after so very long ago, where almost everyone was asleep. You said to me, Nak, gising ka na. Matutulog na tayo. It would always make me laugh. And the wit to say that is probably what led me to be interested in witticism and puns, which is why here are two from me and my siblings. Popsy, you may not have buhok, but it's okay. You've read a lot of books. And you can't spell pop culture without Popsy. Pop culture that me and my siblings appreciate as we love being a part of the toys and comic book culture. Without you, we won't be as interested in this fantastic culture full of toys, Voltus 5, Funko Pops, anime, comic book heroes, and being a geek. And that's one aspect of you that we can all appreciate, that sense of wonder, a sense of hunger for wisdom that can't be satiated, that sense of you. Because even though you are a great father to us, a loving husband, a COO, a speaker, a cap collector, and many more titles, you're still you. Still have time for reading, improving, a time of self reflection. And I cannot understand how you still have the energy to drive my siblings and I in the wee hours, then work immediately afterwards. It's tiring. I know because I've driven them too. The only thing I could describe to that tenacity is that one saying you always say that makes us say sigh and words after words. You're not just perfect, you're more than perfect. Malaki kang inspiration. A speaker who knows how to listen, a great man, a people person. You fulfill the Latin meaning of your name, the bright sun. Just like your smile, you're warm like the sunlight, and you chase away the sleepiness, just like on that one trip we had. Papsi, I love you. Mahal kita. Aishiteru. Jetem. Saranghe. And belated Happy Father's Day. P.S. Please redeem your massage coupon once all the busy days are gone. Yeah, yun na yung speech ka.
First of all, to all the viewers, I'm not. I always joke my kids. I'm not perfect. I am more than perfect, but it's a joke that that will make them laugh.
Yes.
Because my intention is uh, these kids they already see a lot of problems in the society, but humor is I think inherent to me, and I like to transfer this humor to all of my kids, especially Orion.
Yes.
Again, ka-birthday ko po si Orion. June 4, 1973 ako. June 4 din siya, so parehas kami Gemini.
Yes.
Hearing the words of my anak, bagamat marami pa rin pagkukulang ako bilang ama, pero maligaya ako na hearing these words. I think uh, as a father, you don't have any manual how to be a father. Hindi mo ba? But you just try your best to be a father. I think more of listening to them and allowing them to have their own wings and have their own ways of flying. But since Orion also love events like me and other stuff that uh, I also love, so I'm happy with that. But my wish is that he will have his own identity, his own ways, yung mga pagkakamali ko bilang ama. I think, or asawa, I think he sees it, and I hope that he will improve on that when the time has come na siya naman at yung kanyang mga kapatid. So again, Orion, mahal kita. We support you, bagamat minsan we also remind you, or sometimes we say that we don't agree with your decision, but you know that most of the time we know that you're mature and have the intellect to decide and make a better choice to your life. So we'll just here to support you, most especially ako. So again, maraming salamat sa blessing na binigay mo sa akin, yung mga masarap na salita. And I hope that since marami ng problema yung mundo, continue the legacy of our family that was transferred to me by my mother and father. The humor na kahit na mahirap, numingiti tayo because we are Filipinos and we always smile despite the obstacles and the problems. Let's always be the one of the brightest lights in this darkest or dark world that we have. Kasi isang tao lang mapangiti natin sapat na, and hearing you, and hopefully ganun din yung mga kapatid mo, hearing all of you na I'm making you laugh and making our life easier. It's already enough for me. A big reward that I think it's one of the greatest honor that I can have. Yung mga words na binanggit ko today. So yun lang. Hopefully yung mga nakikinig sa TNC, thank you Apple. I'm not a serious father, but I am a father. I like my kids to be humorous, and pagtawa na lang yung problema, kasi pag pinagtawanan mo yon, ngingiti rin yun at makakahanap ka na mas magandang solusyon. So marami pong salamat sa maikling pakikinig sa aming
Thank you po.
segment na ito. Thank you, and I love you, Ryan.
Love
Thank you,
din po.
guys.
Thank you po.
Thank you, Sir Orly and Orion. Thank you so much. Humor, no? He reminds me so much of my dad. Ganyan kasi yung dad ko. Can I just say, may nagustuhan ako sinabi ni Sir Orly. You know how some of our duos, syempre it's a mix of the son wanting to be like his father, and then the father telling him na, encouraging him na, yeah, you should. But here, si Sir Orly, I just want to particularly highlight na he said he wants Orion to have his own identity when he grows up to become an adult. He's set to become a great adult anyway, but he wants him to have his own identity. And King, you mentioned something to me earlier before this even started. you had like some 3 points that talaga I super like because I can relate it to this, to Sir Orly and Orion.
Gagamitin na ba natin yung 3 points na yun? Mamaya na.
But, teka lang, bago natin gamitin yung 3 points sa'yo, which I super love talaga, I think it's best, kasi I want to ask you a question eh. Pero I
Go.
also want to ask this question to Miss Apple. Can we have Miss Apple with us?
Pasingit lang while Miss Apple is coming
Yeah.
in.
Yes.
Tuwan-tuwa ako kanina kasi si Orion was so you could feel his happiness and
Yeah.
his pride in sharing his dad. No? Nung kinikwento niya,
Yes.
naka-smile siya tapos nag-prepare pa siya.
Mm-mm.
And that spells out how much he looks up to his dad and how much he loves his dad. So, congratulations hindi lang sa kanya, kundi kay Daddy Orly. Galing.
Yeah, and he even described his dad as a speaker who knows how to listen. So can you imagine having a dad na talagang who is an active listener? Yung tipong kahit anong gusto mong sabihin, like any challenges, any negative stuff that happened to you, basta anything
Yeah,
about yourself,
true.
who
True.
actively listens to you, to every word, diba?
Mhm.
Ang galing. But
That's right.
anyway, I think Miss Apple will be with us later on pa. Is it? Akala ko nililigawan mo cake na mag-join na sa atin. But
Oh yeah.
anyway,
Hindi, ano na tayo? Let's do our recap first because this whole afternoon really deserves a recap of what happened.
I
And
know. And
would you like to start off, Anne?
yes, first of all, I would like to thank all of our 8 lovely father and son duos, our tandems, our super pairs for being here with us today at the first ever Like Father, Like Son show. Maraming salamat. And you have no idea kung gaano kadami ang may inspire, kung gaano kadaming young kids who will realize the value, the worth of having a father or a father figure in their lives.
Yep.
And let me start off. Kasi our first, syempre I have notes. I have notes. I'm so sorry, but I do have notes. So, going to our very first duo, which were like streaming in Boracay. What I saw there was the relationship. You
Mhm.
know, the relationship was very beautiful kasi you can see the way, the body language pa lang. You see how comfortable they are with each other. And when Josh mentioned na, I don't want other people to recognize you as someone who's related to this. Really, I want them. I'm very proud of you, and I wanted to see that you are you. You are Hardy Roberto. You're my dad, and you're this really great person, great, awesome person.
And I think Miss Apple would like join in the fun already. Of doing the
Yay!
recap with us. So let's
Yes.
bring in Miss Apple.
Hi,
Hey!
guys.
Hi!
Thank
Hi!
you, Curly.
Hi, Miss
I think
Claire.
since you're already here, dadami na tayo ng mga inputs, but we'll just pick one sentence or two sentences for each of us. Would you like to
Sure.
start, Ange?
I have my notes.
Oh yeah, you also. I also have my notes.
Yeah, because ganito tayo dito sa TNC. Talaga, I don't want to forget kasi the really nice points. But for me, ako, I want to stress this. I can't emphasize the importance of this talagang any more than what it is. To the fathers out there, to the father figures out there, open up to your kids. Alam mo, hindi nyo masasabi kung anong effect kasi nun eh. You are, of course, automatically a role model, but your life experiences, yung mga naranasan mo in your past, how you dealt with it, they will look into that. They will check if that kind of like solution-based thinking of yours in the past is applicable to them. And I tell you, they would be able to form their own identities out of it. So for me, please open up to your children. That's it for me. King?
Yay, nice,
Yeah.
nice input.
Okay. Ako like we've seen them, and the kids are not necessarily like their dads in terms of career pathing. The introduction says like surgeon, pero yung dad niya is not a surgeon, right? Some of Most of these kids are into IT, but their dads are businessmen. So they're not necessarily like father, like son. But you know what's common to the kids and the dads, and probably because it was transposed by their dads to the kids, is that three things. Ito yung sa akin. One is that they have the discipline. Kumbaga nakikinig sila sa mga magulang nila eh. So they have the discipline and they respect their parents. Two, they have the same drive. Kung anong passion that their dads possess, these kids also possess in the activities that they do in school and even outside of their school. And then last but definitely not the least is values. And then you can see it in them that it's not just GMRC, but their faith in God, that God will guide them to do what's best for them. Diba? And lastly,
May
with
sasabihin pa ba ako? Ay, nasabi niyo ng dalawa lahat.
kaya mo pa yan. Kaya mo pa yan. Kaya ikaw ang chief, ma'am. Hindi ko na lastly. Lastly, let's bring in Ma'am Apple for her recap.
I have a really huge recap, but let me just take this chance as well to thank them as I recap, what has happened.
Right.
And you can, of course, butt in, smile at the same time, because it's a very, very raw event that we have done today. Now, many people might probably think that um, why there's a rush, or coming from doing hybrid setup already. We're back to doing streaming at home. And for me, the concept of like father, like son, and doing this all online is really to not make it appear to others na you're not welcome just because wala kang father, or you're not welcome just because um, you are different from other people around you, or you find yourself, you think that you are different, but this is really to put all of us together. The intention of the show is not just for those who has the experience, but really for these young men to be able to show the world that they have a different story to tell. Each parent and child obviously has shown us a different perspective of parenting. Each parent and child has shown us um, a different experience, right? So I'm sure our viewers will be able to relate to any of those, whether may tatay, walang tatay, ikaw yung tatay, lolo, or ikaw yung nanay who is actually fathering the family. So that is really our intention, no? To make our channel really a growth channel and include everybody, no? So that everybody feel that you have a story to tell, and your story is just as important as other people's story. So I
And I
guess
think we did that this afternoon, Chief.
yes, yes, King, and I do believe that so too. And on that note, together with you, I wanna thank the following people. No, so it has been an amazing day, everybody. God has been able to bless us today through this show, right? Indeed, it's a roller coaster of emotions. May nakakatawa, may nakakatouch, may nakakaiyak, may things na we weren't expecting na sasabihin online, right? And I'd like to personally thank the 8 dads and the eight fathers and the 8 the 8 sons who made this event really, really special. No, RD and Josh, Sir RD, hindi ko po sila matawag on first name. Thank you so much for sharing your time today, and thank you for allowing us to see your personal relationship. Josh, since your dad said you are a podcaster and that you like that, you could be a future broadcaster. So maybe you can have a show on TNC, right?
Yeah.
Not that ancient king.
Yes, of course.
Yes. So maybe we can get them in, the both of them, right? While I'm talking, para this is coming from all of us anyway. Okay, so Herbert and Hesaya. I mean, maybe we can have Ange and King on the screen as well, together with me, while I'm thanking everybody. Yes, thank you, directors. So Herbert and Hesaya, I know you guys are busy, but you still made time for this event. So thank you, Herbert, for the shout out. I heard it, and thank you for appreciating the concept that we have presented to you, your family, and also to your friends, because I'm really glad that you guys shared it. So
Nawala
Mitch
yung
and Dylan,
nawala yung migraine namin, sir. Sa appearance nyo. Thank you.
oo nga, di ba? Oo nga, di ba? So, Mitch and Dylan, Dylan, you're very brave. Thank you. Um, Sabi mo nga, you wouldn't be who you are without your dad. So your dad is very lucky. I mean, of course, all the dads are lucky, but equally lucky because you're very young and you're very proud. And you're very, um, you're able to speak your heart and your mind. So thank you, Dylan, for telling the world about your beautiful story of your dad. Sir George and Mickey, thank you, Mickey, for making it. And thank you for finding time to write your beautiful letter to your dad, George. Thank you, Sir George, for acknowledging that indeed it's great that you're able to listen to what Mickey has said earlier. Kasi in the briefing, it's a little bit sensitive, but I always tell that. No, let's take this chance. To those who are listening and would want to be part of this as well, feel free to message us, not just me, through the channel. The channel is not just about me, it's a lot of other people, and that includes Ange, King, and the other people behind the camera and the other hosts of TNC. Approach us if you want to be part of this kind of storytelling. Because these are beautiful stories that's supposed to be told, why we are still able to react to it. So, and the reason for that is because I personally didn't have any regret. I was able to tell my all the stories that I wanted to my father. So yes, he left us earlier, but I didn't have any regret because yes, it's sad, but I didn't have any regret because I had all the 29 years in my life telling him all the stories. And if I wasn't present to tell the story, I write it, I send it to him, and up to now, that has always been my practice. I write it and I send it to him. So don't I wish that many people would have that kind of relationship. That's why this wasn't a very easy to do because we don't want to be very emotional every time we're doing this, right? That's why the perfect timing had to come. And now is the perfect timing, like what I said in the opening. So, Sir George, thank you for spotting that. I don't remember mentioning that to you, but I guess everything aligned you being a tatay to many and also to us in a way. Thank you so much, sir, for always giving wisdom and always picking that, the right words to tell us. Sir Jingo and Ryan, yes, indeed, Sir Jingo. Um, Ryan, he's not only your superhero, but also superheroes to colleagues like us. He's one of those executives that I really look up to. So thank you, Ryan, for validating that. This first batch of like father, like son is really very personal to me. Many of them I personally handpicked, and I didn't really expect that they will actually say yes right away. But really, sincerely, thank you for never doubting the possibility of what this storytelling can actually do for you, for your sons, for your fathers, and for the many other people that will be touched once the story is already out. Sir Leo and JP. Sir Leo, it's a privilege to have met someone like you. Um, Thank you for making us smile during the show. Thank you for validating as well that it is a very good concept. And you can count on us that we will continue to do like father, like son, as long as there are tandems like you who believe in what we can do. Maraming salamat po sa inyo. Coach Erwin and Erwell, thank you for sharing with us a different dimension of your relationship, no, from firewall to an actual coaching and winning in life. You have really showed us that. And I'm so happy because while I was watching the entire show and making sure that things at the backstage are also running smoothly, nakakatuwang makita that you really see the semblance, no, from I don't know about you and you Ange and Kate, na may hawig talaga halos karamihan pala nung mga napili natin this year. And I only recognized and realized that now that we watched all of them at the same time in a 2-hour event, no.
Yep.
Correct. Oh,
Right.
King mentioned that earlier.
Yeah, so nakakatuwang makita na Coach Irwin is like a bigger version of Irwin, and Irwin is really the smaller version of Coach
Mm.
Irwin.
Yeah.
So thank you guys for sharing your story as well. And Orly and Orion, last but definitely not the least. No, Orion, you're amazing, very talented, and thank you for closing the show with a bang. Your dad was very busy. You were just as busy, but I'm so impressed because you've prepared for the tribute so well. It was amazing. I was listening intently to you, and I'm so glad to note that you were the artist behind your dad's iconic mini jump shots that I'm seeing on Facebook. Ang galing. Ang galing nun. And true to what Sir Orly just said, ang dami nang ang problema ng mundo. And I'm sure kahit tayo individually, marami rin tayong problema. Hindi naman mawawala yan. Tawanan daw, sabi ni Sir Orly. So let's smile a lot. Let's try. Even when there are glitches and when it's hard. And he said, ang dami na ang problema ng mundo. And yes, ang dami rin talagang negativity online. So
Right.
please help us spread good news, especially online, because they spread slow. No, good news spreads slow online. And through TNC, as long as there is one person who is watching and listening and sharing, to me, that's enough motivation to just keep going and to just continue until there's already a million people who appreciates and who acknowledges that they actually need and deserve what we are offering to them as a story. So, yon. The team is preparing for a same day edit. I hope we are ready with that because, as expected, we were actually thinking that this show is going to last much faster than the previous ones we have run. But we're so happy indeed that there is already something that we can offer to dads on the channel. And
Right.
as I said in the beginning, this has been in the bag for so long because honestly, it's a very sensitive topic for me. Um, but I believe that as we grow as a channel and as we seek for new things, we have to make TNC close to family. And
Yeah.
that's where we will be headed. And so, welcome to all the dads who are watching us today. Thank you so much for making this event um, possible as well. No? So we have organizations who have helped us like Dadbot PH, FH Moms, um, Mompreneurs Club, AFI, CICP, IMAP, who have allowed us to share the links of our shows to their communities. So thank you
Thanks,
so much.
guys. Thank you.
And maraming salamat sa lahat sa inyo for sharing your stories, and most especially to the brave sons and the brave dads who have shown us different dimensions of their lives. I have never seen anything like this, to be honest. And modesty aside, we are ready to kick this off every year. So
Yes.
hoping that we will be able to grow this father and son community through what we have started today.
With the new name, Dad Buds. Oh, sorry.
Yeah. Actually, there is a community called Dad Bud PH. So
Okay.
shout out to Joey Ong for watching and for sharing, and to the 50,000 strong membership of that community. You're welcome. We can re-engage our own daddies on TNC to be part of your community as well, and the new dads that we have embraced today through Like Father, Like Son. So this event would not be possible without the following supporters. Like what I said earlier today, this is like a week or two kind of preparation. And I hope that next year there will be more people who will be involved. There will be more brands who will be involved. But indeed, it was still a long list for us, right? So let me
Correct.
just thank them one by one. Of course, our very own Puzzle Box BPO Inc. Thank you so much for allowing us to do a lot of things online. Thank you so much to our publicity partners, Outcome, Inc., and Still Art Billboards. If you are in Metro Cebu, please spot us over the weekend and until next week. If you are passing through northbound of C5, please spot the Outcome digital billboard ads there and then share with us what you see there on TNC, and especially the profiles of the dads or the fathers and the sons that we have shown to you today. Thank you so much to our donors and supporters, the Spoiled Wife PH, Andrea's Homemade Goodies, Aseya, thank you. Bayong Shaga, thank you so much for giving us this time the blue bayongs. Brown Roots Creatives for the beautiful TNC and Like Father, Like Son mugs. Ernesto by Barber Boy, please check them out. And try their services. Thank you to our supporter, Sante Barley Max and iZinc. Grace It Up, thank you for always giving very nice presents to our shows and to our profiles on TNC. Thank you so much to Tokyo Tempura and of course to the Winiki family. Happy Plants by Hannah and the LEC community. Thank you guys. Tiffany Chocolates, thank you so much. Tuburan Coffee, Sir Nato Agbayani, thank you so much for the support. Barefoot Wine, thank you so much to my CICP friends, Adel, for making it possible. And thank you also to IQ Vape for the trust on our channel. Um, Thank you to Alfreds, to Carlo and Kathy Davila, Jamie for allowing King for not sleeping. I know you went through a long flight, but you're still up right now. Anong oras na ba dyan, bro?
Chief, pwede ko muna singit kasi birthday na nung ginagamit kong office, yung may-ari ng ginagamit kong office. To my brother-in-law, Brian Balatbat, happy 40th birthday, bro. And thanks for letting me use your office and your internet and your house.
Happy
Yay!
birthday!
Happy birthday, brother! We hope to see you soon, even online.
12:05 a.m.
1:05 a.m.
Well,
Yes,
12:05.
at
Yeah.
12, sorry, 12:05 a.m. Thank you, Jamie. Thank you to your relatives there in Canada. And thank you to King for allowing us to use your talents and for sharing your time. And Ange, thank you for being part of the program again. It's always
Of
amazing to
course.
launch something with you. I really, really appreciate your time, guys. And I hope that we can still continue to count on you when there are some new, crazy, dynamic ideas that's going to pop out of my head again soon. And you will always just be there to support whatever that will be.
Of
Sa
course.
lahat, ayun, thank you, Ange. Sa lahat ng nag-thank you sa akin kanina, ang dami kong message, di ko pa nabasa lahat. Babalikan ko po later. Sa lahat ng nag-well wish, sa lahat ng nagpadala ng message of good luck, sa lahat ng nag-pray for this event to happen. Maraming salamat. And salamat sa lahat ng nagsistay no, habang inuunti-unti nating pasalamatan. Anyway, launch naman to eh. So pagbigyan nyo kami. And this is really very, very raw. So thank you to everyone who said yes to participate, to be part of this event. We promise you that this is just the start. And next year, hopefully, we will be able to make this bigger and we will be able to make this into a hybrid, if not a full production setup. So thank you again, King and Ange, for everything that you have done for the show and for TNC. I really appreciate it. Thank you, of course, to our hardworking team members from Puzzle Box BPO and the TNC team. Mag-iingay ba sila? Mag-iingay ba kayo sa backstage? For doing the best that we can to run a raw but dynamic online show such as this. I know it's not easy. There's so many late nights. I don't like that, so we'll try to avoid. It was a bit glitchy today, I get that, but I'm sure we can always improve on our craft and we can always have something out of the content that we are doing. So chop natin agad splice, share. So let's carry on, guys. There's a lot of things to do ahead of us because we're just starting. So pasensya kayo na, okay? Pasensya kayo at maraming naiisip na ideas, pero you're lucky because as young as you are, you're already able to contribute to the good things that we're doing online. I'd like to dedicate this concept to all the fathers in TNC, our hosts, the fathers of our hosts, the husbands of our hosts, and also to my Global Women Who Rule community and the Me Mom communities who have accepted it as well, who have embraced it, and have shared the good news about this new concept as well. Thank you to all the fathers in TNC who are listening to us right now, most especially to my uncles, to my titos, to my ninongs, to my compares, my father-in-law, Daddy Ernie, and of course to my dear husband who has been fathering me and our son Andre all these years. Thank you for all the patience. I love you with all my mood swings. It has been a great day, everyone. Papasok po ba si Ange at si King? Let's get them back. Because I think after me, you're going to be just seeing our same day edit. And then after me, you're going to be seeing our the short ads from the brands that you really want to thank. So let me just take this chance again for Ange and King to thank whoever they want to thank before we actually really end the show.
Yes, well, me, I
Ladies
just want to
first.
give a special shout out to the men in my life. My dad, of course, Daddy Ferdy. Thank you so much for raising me. I love you so much. And to the other fathers in my life. So, my brother Carlo and my brother in law Ron of Fat Rose PH. Thank you so much. And my sissy who's watching, Anna Malabanan of Free Love Bags by Anna. And Mac Amigos from Graze It Up. Thank you so much, everyone. And thank you for watching. I hope this show inspired you. And kita ulit tayo next year.
Thank you, Ange. And to me, it's just share the love. I know you felt the love, you guys who've watched the show and who will watch the show in the replay. So as soon as you hear it, just don't share the love to your dads, but also share the links on your Facebook page and social media pages because we love you guys.
Again, thank you, Ange. Yeah, thank you, Ange and King. It has been a great day. Happy Father's Day to all the fathers we have featured today and to everyone who is watching this video. Thank you for your time, and we look forward to meeting all again next year for the hashtag Like Father, Like Son 2024. On to creating, seeing, and sharing all things new at TNC. Thank you for staying online. Virtual hugs to all of you. This is it, guys. Thank you again for your time. I have been blessed, and so are you. Let's all continue to pay good things forward. To God be all the glory.
Begin with us. Stay in with us. Make any floor dance floor with us. Be smooth with us. Groove with us. Date night is a great night with us. Be you with us. Barefoot with us.
ASEA Redox is the first and only supplement on the market scientifically tested and shown to signal the activation of genetic pathways and to affect genes that improve immune system health, help maintain a healthy inflammatory response, help maintain cardiovascular health, improve gut health, and modulate hormone balance. Are you done with the breakdown? Reach for the breakthrough.